Hey everybody, Jason Edwards here with Trendify, and today I'm going to talk about 3 different ways that you can sell Go High Level to your clients. And I thought that the best way to do that is to actually walk you through what's called the SaaS configurator. And this is a dashboard that if you're on the $497 plan with Go High Level, you can have unlimited clients. So you pay Go High Level one fee per month, and they give you the ability to sell to 1,000, 1,000,000, however many clients you want at whatever price you want. I think the minimum you have to sell it at is at $97 per month. But I'll show you what is included in Go High Level, all the different features, and then we'll talk about 3 different ways that you can package this up and sell it that are totally different. So first of all, you can see all of mine are on this core plan, but you can move these around. So I'm going to walk you through what these different features are. And then in future videos, I'll probably dive deeper into each of these. But first of all, we have the two-way text and email conversation. So this is a way that you can have your clients, your customers, be able to communicate with their customers in a certain dashboard. So they can text, they can email, and they can receive emails back and receive text back on a specific phone number. So what's unique about this is there used to be a lot of texting platforms out there that were one-way communication, right? You could send a text message out, but there was no way if the person responded, you wouldn't get those messages. Here in High Level, you're able to have a dashboard, a communication platform where you can interact back and forth. Number 2 is Google My Business messaging. And this is something I've talked about on other videos, but it is a way that somebody can be searching for you on Google and actually see a little chat widget. Once you install it, it takes about 2 minutes to connect. And once it connects, then when somebody is searching for plumber near me in Houston, Texas, they'll see a little chat icon next to your client's profile on Google. And that tells the customer that they're able to tap that button and start chatting directly with the business owner. And very few people actually have this installed. So it makes your client really stand out on Google, and the ability to capture leads is a lot stronger because this day and age, people don't want to pick up the phone and call. They don't even really want to go to a website. They want instant gratification. So they want to text, they want to chat, they want to DM. Web chat. So this is something I've also shown on past videos. And this is a little chat icon that you can install on somebody's website. It takes you about a minute to install. There's not even any code that you have to program. It's already pre-done for you. You just copy and paste it onto their website. Or if you're giving them a website, like I've shown you in past videos, then you can just tick a little checkbox and it'll install the chat widget automatically on their website. But it gives the ability for someone to visit your customer's website and then start chatting with them directly on the website. And it turns into a text conversation. So you can use, again, with this two-way chat, two-way text messaging, that customer can leave the website and then later on get a text message from the business owner. Here is reputation management. So that's managing reviews. Anytime somebody closes a sale or completes a job, you can have an automation fire off where they can instantly ask that customer to leave the business owner a review. And this really helps businesses boost their reviews from their current and past clients because oftentimes they forget to ask them to leave a review, or it's just very difficult for the customer to do it. This makes it super simple. Facebook Messenger. So this is all of the leads that you get through Facebook can go into your dashboard here. I'll show you some snapshots walking around a demo account in a little bit, but you can have all the messages from Facebook go into a little chat hub where all of the other communication comes, your reviews, your text messages, everything comes into one simple communication platform. And that is the same for Google Messages and the same for Instagram DMs. All of it comes into one dashboard. Makes it really easy. GMB call tracking. So with High Level, you have the ability to set up tracking numbers. You can buy as many as you want. I believe it costs like $1 a month, maybe $2 or $3, depending on if you get a 1-800 number. If you're in another country outside of the US, it might be a little more. But this gives the business owner the ability to put this special tracking number on their Google profile. And then as soon as they do that, their calls are all tracked. So that the calls come into their High Level platform. It can still forward to their business line, so they don't have to worry about having like multiple phones or anything, but it gives them the ability to record those calls for quality assurance and training. It also gives them the ability to see how many calls they got. It's a really cool feature. This one is huge. Missed call text back is massive. So that is a feature where that same tracking number, once that number is called, if the business owner doesn't answer, it will automatically send a text message out to the customer and saying, hey, this is Jim with XYZ Plumbing. I'm out on a job. How can I help you? And then the consumer can text them back, right back and forth. And that leads us back to the two-way text conversation here. So what normally happens if you don't have this installed is, like, especially a small business owner, like a one or two person company, like a plumber and a van, they're driving around, they're doing jobs, and they're fielding phone calls. So typically somebody's calling that number and the person's on a job, so they can't answer right away. And then the person that's searching on Google for plumber near me is just calling the next plumber in the line. And so if the plumber that is your client doesn't end up calling them back immediately, then they've lost that business, right? But this saves a lot of that business. Just that feature alone is well worth the price of your software here. Text to pay. The great thing about text to pay is you can send an invoice link for whatever amount you want. So I use the plumber example a lot, so I'll just keep with that theme right now. If a plumber is out on a job and it's $500 to the person that they've just done the job for, sometimes it gets a little awkward. Like, how do you take payment? And they have to, like, get a little card reader, or they have to get a check or cash or that kind of stuff. And maybe they prefer that, but an easy way that you can do here is they can literally, just from the app on their phone that is branded under your brand, they can send an invoice instantly via text over to a consumer, and the person can just tap that button and they'll be able to text to pay. They'll be able to fill out their credit card information and pay the plumber right there on the spot. And that goes into their account here, right into their Stripe account. And it's very clean. They have an invoice, tracked, everything. So it's really cool. So that is the core features that you can have in the basic version. And then you can start adding even more. I put them all in one spot so I make it easier, but you can move all of these over to different price points if you want. So if you don't want to sell everything for one low price, you can have everything that's here as one price. And then if they want blogs and the stuff we're about to cover, and you want to raise the price to $197, $297, $1,000, whatever you want to charge, you can start adding them at different price tiers here. But let's talk about what else we got here. So blogs. Blogs is a newer feature to Go High Level. I haven't used it a ton because I like to use WordPress for my blogs currently, but you can totally use this as a blogging platform as well. SMS and email templates. So you're able to use this as like a MailChimp and ActiveCampaign or some kind of like email broadcasting thing, and text messages. So you can save templates in here and use them to broadcast out messages to your customers' audiences. And you can use it for your own business too. Let's see what else we got. Campaign. So that is where somebody fills out a form and then they get a series of emails or a series of texts. That is a way, that same thing like we talked about with MailChimp, where you can set up automations, but that is what that is all about. All reporting. So you can track your Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok ads, all kinds of stuff inside of the dashboard here. So it makes it where you can have reports on how many calls you've received, all that stuff. And this, as I'm talking in general, but this is for each of your client accounts. So you have 50 plumbers and 100 realtors and 5 restaurants and all that. They can all have their own dashboards looking at their own specific results, but they all log into your specific software branded under your name and your logo. CRM. So this is along the same lines, but you're able to, and we'll probably see pipelines here in a second too, but you can track people on a person-to-person or business-to-business basis. So you can fill in notes, you can see what's going on with a certain customer or a certain client. So if your plumber has 50 clients that they're managing jobs for, they can see what phase of the pipeline that person is in. So that is really cool. Trigger links. So trigger links is just a way that if somebody clicks on a certain link in an email or in a text message, then it can fire off automations that happen. So if somebody clicks a link in an email, then they start receiving future emails about a certain topic, or a billion different other things you could do with that. Social Planner. So we're going to talk a lot about Social Planner in the next 2 examples, but basically they have a built-in social media planner inside of HighLevel, which is similar to Hootsuite or Buffer or any of those, where you can schedule posts on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and Instagram and Google, and I think that's it right now. I might be missing one, but pretty much every platform you can schedule posts on for social media. Opportunities is similar to the pipelines. So I'll show you pipelines in a second, but that is where you can have people at different phases of a pipeline. So lead to send information to followed up with to waiting on payment to closed. You can track people along a pipeline there. Forms, so that is, you can put a form on a website, you can put a form on a landing page, you can put a form just on its own page. Somebody clicks a link and they end up on a form, and a form can capture all kinds of information: name, phone number, email, website, business address, all that stuff you can capture inside of a form. Website, so I've done a few different examples on this channel about building websites and building landing pages and funnels with the builder here, but you can build really awesome websites inside of HighLevel. Surveys, so you can have this set up surveys as well. So not just forms, but also surveys. So you can have like a 10-part survey questionnaire here. Email marketing, so we've talked a little bit about that, but it's similar to MailChimp or ActiveCampaign or any of those. Very easy to design websites and send broadcast emails out to customers. Calendar, this is awesome. So if somebody is already paying for Calendly or Schedule Once or Hub, or I don't know if that's the name of it, any of those calendar type tools where you book a time with somebody, you can do all that through here as well. Funnels, so if your customers or you're currently using like ClickFunnels or anything like that, you can use this to build funnels as well, just as nice as ClickFunnels or any of those other funnel builders. You can even import funnels from ClickFunnels into HighLevel. Workflows is where you can set up automations to where somebody fills out a form and then a series of things happens. So somebody fills out the form, then they get a text message, then they get an email, then you get notified, then they get added a tag that says they're a customer, that all this different other stuff. Then a payment link gets sent out to them. All kinds of cool stuff can happen. Really, as much as your mind can create, you can do inside of workflows. And then invoicing, we talked about sending text to pay, but invoicing is like a future thing that isn't like right on the spot. So if I know that I have a job that I'm going to do in the next few weeks and I need to send an invoice before I start work, I can send an invoice out to a client right inside of this dashboard. And then as you can see, you can move these things around to different payment tiers, so that if somebody doesn't pay in this example, if they only paid 97 and we had funnels over here, then they would only get access to these, but not the funnels. And you can add as many of these over here as you want and design whatever packages you want. And then here I left out affiliate manager. This is a newer feature as well to HighLevel, but if you do any kind of digital marketing where you want an affiliate program where you want to reward people to buy your software, and or if your clients have like a referral type program, like a restaurant wants to reward people for recommending their restaurant to their friends, then they can sign up through that link, and it does it all really cool. But I haven't messed a ton with the affiliate side of it, but just know that it's in here. The other cool thing about this dashboard is that you can also, on the $497 per month plan with HighLevel, you can rebill for things like phone and email. So what you can do is have a little markup. So you can see I give $9 a month away in credits here, which equals 1,000 texts or 11,111 emails. And then anything over that, they're going to pay at this rate. So they're going to pay 1.2% markup. So that just means they're paying the base rate, the absolute lowest that they possibly can, but I get a 0.2% markup on that. And you can raise this all the way up to 10 times if you want, meaning every time that they make 75 calls, it would be $10 and you'd make a bunch of spread on that. But I don't typically do too high on that. Just make a little bit of spread just to factor in some things that sometimes people don't pay, very rarely, but if they don't pay, then just kind of compensates for that. And then emails as well, you can rebill for. And they have a lot of other cool things they're adding very soon. You can see content AI. It's a little grayed out here, but they're adding the ability to white label kind of a chat GPT type thing where you can have it pre-fill in social media posts and emails and blogs and all kinds of stuff. But that does cost a little bit of money to run, so you can mark that fee up as well. So that is kind of the dashboard here. And this is what I'm calling the first type of package that you can sell. The first S, there's going to be 3 S's today. And the first one is the software, just as a tool. So you can make whatever configuration you want here and start charging whatever you want for it, as long as the minimum of 97 is reached. We'll get into the S number 2 here. All right, here we are in S number 2, which stands for Social Media Planner. And the reason I'm sectioning this off just by itself is because this is one of my favorite aspects of HighLevel, and one of the ways that I've made a lot of money using the software is by reselling just this particular feature. So the way that I do it is that I bake in a bunch of content into this social media planner. And remember, I said this is similar to like a Hootsuite or a Buffer or any kind of tool like that where you can plan out posts. What it allows you to do is have your customer have their own dashboard, and they can connect all of their social media profiles. So I think it's Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, um, and Instagram and Google. I think I covered all of them. And what you can do is then schedule out posts. I'll walk you through how to do that in a second. But another cool thing is, let's see. So all we do is we connect their profiles, and then we click new post here, create new posts. And you can also see right here, it's pretty cool. It says social planner templates. So one thing that I bundle in is I say that you're not only going to get the use of our social media planner and posting tool, but you're also going to get unlimited access to our social media templates. So say I'm working with a real estate agent, because I work with a lot of real estate agents, and you can see that these are just 25 posts. They constantly are updating more and more of these, and you can upload your own as well. But they have a ton of different posts already designed for real estate people that they can just use and post using your tool. So this is branded under my brand. It would be branded under your own white labeled brand, and you have a library of posts in here. And then I also over here have another tab, which I've designed, and my team has designed a bunch of templates on Canva. And if somebody clicks here, I have this. You can do what's called iframing, which means you can embed a website inside of your HighLevel. And when they click on that, then I have a ton more social media templates that they can access that have been designed on Canva. So that's just a way that I design all of this for my clients here, and they can use this, and they pay, some of them pay $97 a month just to use the social media posting tool and get access to all the content. We call it the Content Club. And so that just alone by itself is a really cool feature. You don't even have to get into any of the other stuff I've already covered, and it's already a really valuable tool for a lot of people. So let me go back to the social planner. I'll show you how that works. So we go to marketing, then we go to social planner, which is up here. And then if I wanted to schedule a new post, I would just do create new post. And I pick what account is in here. Looks like I need to reconnect some of these. This is on an account that I haven't used in a little bit. But I would click on one of these. Let's see if I just tap reconnect, what happens. Okay, looks like we're good. So then I click, let's do this. So click on real estate strategy, and then I can pick from down here, I can put my little content here. Let me find an image first though. You can do video or images. So I'll click here. I'll find, let's see, let me find an image. Okay, say it was this image here that I was going to use. And then I can say test, test, test. And then I can click here to post. And what I can do is I can schedule the post. I can post it now, or I can send the post for approval, which means that if you're doing this, which I'm going to talk about in phase 3 here, S number 3, how you can actually do this as a service too. But schedule a post. So let's schedule the post here for tomorrow. We'll click schedule post. And then I can do open planner here. You can see it's scheduled here, it has this kind of orangish clock here. But the great thing about this tool, and it really wows the client every time I show it to them, is that they can go in and do this all themselves too. This isn't something you have to do for them. But once they have it here, say they made a mistake and the event that they were planning for tomorrow got postponed to next week. All they have to do is drag this post over to the next week, drag it to Saturday. And what happens is it reschedules that post on all the different platforms that you picked for that new date without them having to log into Facebook and Instagram and Google and Twitter and all these different places and reschedule it. They're just literally rescheduling it just by dragging it around here, which is really cool. So that is S number 2, which is the social media posting tool, which is what you can just, that service alone, you can sell to a business for $97 a month and say that they're going to get all the content, they're going to get access to the tool and the scheduler, and they can get all of their social media done inside of this tool very simply. So let me pause real quick, and then I'll take you to S number 3. All right, so S number 3 is what's called services. Now, Services can be a lot of different things, but the way that I'm framing this is leveraging the software to fulfill a service without you actually having to do a lot of manual labor, because we don't want to exchange our time for money. That's why we're using software to scale up our business, right? So how do we position our software as a service and still charge like we're providing a service, which we are, but letting the software be the one that bears the biggest burden and does a majority of the fulfillment. So one of those services can be reputation management, which means managing that customer's reviews for them. And that sounds daunting, sounds hectic, but really you can automate 99% of it with a few different things. So here is our review dashboard here. And if we wanted to manually send a review request out, all we would do is the customer would already have a phone number built in here, but we just click send review request. And then we can type the name of the person here and 310. We just put their information in here and we can send a text message directly to that customer asking them to leave a review. And a way that we can automate a lot of this review process is by doing this. Let's search for reviews here. Let's see. There we go. Send a review request. So we click send review request, and then we go back up and we create a new workflow. And this is all under this automations tab on the left, which I'll show you in a second. But then all that happens is the way that automations work and the way that workflows work is that something happens. So a trigger happens, something creates the action to start, and then things happen because of that first thing. So a tag is added, meaning customer, or appointment marked as showed, or appointment marked as completed, or an invoice is sent out, or any of those things can start this chain reaction, right? And as soon as that happens, then send review request via SMS. That will send the review request out to the person, the customer's cell phone number as a text message. Wait 60 minutes, then send a review request via email. So you can set up this automation to where something happens inside of that person's dashboard. And as soon as they've marked that person as sold or closed or tagged them as customer or whatever it is, then this chain of events happens and they start seeing that they're getting more and more reviews. And you, after you've set this up once, you don't have to touch it again. You might pop in every now and then and monitor, say, hey, Mr. Business Owner, Mrs. Business Owner, it looks like we started with 5 reviews. And now after our first month working together, you have 40 reviews, depending on how much volume they have. So it seems like you're sitting here like monitoring this day by day, hour by hour, but really this software tool is automating 99% of the work. So I'll show you another service that you can offer right now as well. Okay, so here we are back in the social planner, and I know we've talked about this quite a bit today, but it is, again, one of my favorite tools because it's very easy for you to manage. It's very desirable for a business owner, and it's because of the software, it allows you to do this at scale and not have to have a ton of work put into it on your side, but it has a big benefit and a big wow factor for your clients. So what you can do here is just for $297 a month, you can say, I'll manage all of your social media posting for you. I'll come up with the post, I'll write the captions, I'll do all this stuff. Very soon, I think it actually is probably already built in. I just haven't turned it on. But we talked about the AI tool, but we hit new post here. And we can upload from CSV, which is a little more techy. It means that you've already pre-planned out all of the posts, and then you uploaded it into the dashboard here. What's cool about this is that if I have 50 clients that are all real estate agents, I can upload a very similar dashboard, a very similar CSV to each of their profiles. And if they're in, one's in Boise, Idaho, and one's in Tallahassee, Florida, it's fine if they have similar posts. You know, they're going to be general posts, unless we're talking about the specific market and that tiny area or that area, then obviously you need to be more specific. But if it's just like, hey, call Susie today to get your home sold, then that can be generic. That can also be Jim in Tallahassee and Susie in Boise, Idaho. And you, to them, you're fulfilling what you promised them, which is posting consistent content on all of their profiles. But your work on your end was one time. You created the plan for the month for all of your clients, and then it just dispersed out to all of them. So it's a $97 to $297 is a very doable pricing for that. And it's something that you can schedule out these things. So you can hit new post, create new post. And then you just go into their profile, you pick all the platforms that you want to post it on, and you type out the content there. And it just works really well. And like I said, I think they just rolled it out. I don't see it on here yet, so I might have not turned it on yet. But they have an AI tool built in now to where if I say, write me a post about 5 reasons to buy a house in Tallahassee, then it will automatically write some suggestions on how to put that content in here. So we already have it automated, but this is going to automate it even more to where literally you can just log in and probably within an hour, you can schedule an entire month's worth of posts for somebody and do that for 30, 40 clients. You got a great little simple business there. So, and as I talked about uploading the CSV, that makes it to where you can really do it at scale. You can come up with a post one time for all of your restaurant clients or all of your real estate clients or whatever it is, and then fulfill that very quickly at the beginning of every month. So that is another service that you can provide using the tool where they don't even have to have access to logging into their own software. So hopefully that's helpful to you guys. I have a couple free things that I want to give away to you. First of all is our free SaaS class. You can go to free SaaS class. That's SaaS class.com, and you'll land on this page. And once you fill out your form here, you'll get access to our private Facebook group, as well as this course that I'm building out right now. Depending on when you're watching this, it's probably already done. And then also, if you are just ready to jump right in, you say, I want to take this SaaS thing for a test drive and really try out HighLevel, you can go to the link down below, gohighlevel.com/Jason Edwards, and that will bring you to this page. And that gives you a free, instead of 14 days, you get a free 30-day trial to HighLevel, which allows you to play around with the pro version of it and see if it's for you. You can actually get your account set up, try to get some clients using the methods that I cover on my YouTube channel. And if for some reason at the end of that 30 days, like 28 days, you're like, I'm not really sure about it, you can downgrade to either the $297 level or even the $97 per month level until you're comfortable and scaling up and getting clients. So you don't totally waste that time. But the only way to get the 30-day free trial is by using the link down below. So that's what I got for you guys today. Hopefully you get some value out of these raw versions of these videos. I do a lot of polished ones too, but I love kind of just off the cuff brainstorming with you guys my exact thought process as to how I grow a high level business and how you can sell this to your clients and make a great income using a tool that I still think it's crazy that they let you pay one low monthly fee and you can have unlimited clients. Most softwares, just so you know, that do any kind of white labeling make you pay per user. It may be like 20 or 30 bucks per user, but they still make you pay. So if I had 1,000 customers, I'd have to, at 30 bucks, I'd have to pay $30,000 just to use the software to be able to resell it to my other customers at a higher price, obviously. But with HighLevel, you can get in from $97 to $497 a month, and that's the max. That's the most that they charge you. And then from there, everything is profit to you. You can charge whatever you want above $97. So I think it's a great tool, and I think if you're not taking advantage of it, you're really missing out. So I'll talk to you guys again on the next video, and I appreciate your time. Bye.